Hey everyone, welcome to AFS Hackers. My name is Afshan, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through the Hack the Box Academy module that is using the Metasploit framework. So, the Metasploit framework is an open source set of tools used for network enumeration, attacks, testing security vulnerabilities, evading detection, performing privilege escalation attack, and performing post exploitation. So I have completed this module. Let's see the summary, what we can learn in this particular module. So this module introduced the fundamentals of Metasploit frameworks, and we will learn about the overview of Metasploit framework, module types, how to set the targets and payload, sessions and job, how to import new modules, create a custom module and payload, and we will also learn the Meterpreter shell as well. And this module is broken down into sections with accompanying hands-on exercises to practice each of the tactics and techniques we cover. Okay, so this module is a part of the junior penetration tester pathway. So let's start. I have already enrolled in this particular module that is using the Metasploit framework. So this is the preface that you have to learn and maintain discipline. Okay, let's directly jump to the introduction to Metasploit. Like, these are the theoretical concept, and I'm not gonna read it for you because it takes a lot of time. Like, Hack the Box has created these notes for you if you are preparing for any interview, if you are preparing for if you are preparing your content. So these notes will definitely helps you. You will learn a lot. So I highly recommend you guys to read it, what is Metasploit and overview of Metasploit. So basically, Metasploit project is a Ruby-based modular penetration testing platform that enables you to write, test, and execute the exploit code. And Metasploit product split into two versions. The first one is Metasploit Pro, and the second one is Metasploit Framework. These are the features of Metasploit Pro, and these are the newest feature of Metasploit Pro. And we will be learning about the Metasploit framework, and we will use the msfconsole, that is the command line utility of Metasploit. And this thing is also important, like where the Metasploit stored. As you guys can see, Metasploit is in the USR share folder. As you can see, the Metasploit framework is there. So let me open my terminal. And we'll go to USR share Metasploit framework. Let's write ls. As you can see, we have modules, db, config, plugins, scripts, tools. These are the folders. And let's see what inside the module. We have 7 modules, and you can learn these modules in the Hack the Box module section. Like, we have scripts. It is just a location of scripts and tools. So okay, so here you can see as well, I have shown you, like, this particular path is same for the Parrot OS and the Kali Linux operating system. Now let's see the question answers. So answer the question below to complete this section and earn cubes. So we will get 0 cubes for this. Which version of Metasploit comes equipped with a GUI interface? So that is the feature of Metasploit Pro. Let's submit the answer. Okay, which version of Metasploit is free and can be used only through a CLI? That is msfconsole. Let's mark and complete the module. Okay, introduction to MSF console. So this is the theoretical part. This is interactive. To start interactive with Metasploit framework, we need to type MSF console in the terminal. Okay. Okay. So let me clear my screen. We have to write, let me switch to root. Okay. Now let's write MSF console. Starting the Metasploit framework console. Okay. I'm using MSF 6, Metasploit version 6.2. We have 2230 exploits, 867 payloads, 45 encoders, 1177 auxiliaries. Okay, that's great. Now let's see the theory. We can use the -q option, which does not display the banner. Okay, that's great. Like if you don't want to display the banner, you can use it. We have to better look at the available commands. We can type the help. Let's write help. Great. As you can see here, we have core commands. We can use question mark to get the help menu. We have this banner command, display an awesome Metasploit banner. We can use cd in our MSF console. Color, toggle color. I haven't used this command. Connect, communicate with the host. Debug, display information useful for debugging. Exit the console. Get the value of a context specific variable. We can use the grep command to grab the output of another command. Help, we have just used this command. History, show command history. Load, we can load the framework or plugin. Quit is just like an exit command. Exit the console. We will use the session command to dump session. We can unset the variable as well, and we can check the version. So these are the core commands. We have back to move back from the current context. We have info command, display information about one or more module. We will see what this look like. We'll also use the search command, show command, and use command. Okay, jobs, kill, rename job. Okay, great. So you can read it in your free time. I have just explained the core command that we are going to use. Let's see. Okay, help menu, we have done this help command. So you can update. So basically you can install the Metasploit framework by using this command. I'm using Kali Linux, so I'm not going to install this. But if you are on some other distribution, so you can use this command. First command is just for update the system, sudo apt update, and you are installing the Metasploit framework. That's it. Okay, the MSF engagement structure. So the MSF engagement structure can be divided into 5 main categories. First one is enumeration, preparation, exploitation, privilege escalation, and post exploitation. This is the theory part. I highly recommend you to read it. Let's go to the next module. that is okay. Here we are. So this is the module section of the Metasploit. So once we are in the MSF console, we can select from an extensive list containing all the available Metasploit modules. Okay, each of them is structured into folders which will look like this. So here's the syntax. It is important. The first section is number, type, the operating system, the service, and the name. The number tag will be displayed to select the exploit we want. Afterward, during our searches, we will see how helpful the number tag can be to select a specific Metasploit module later. Okay, we will see that. The type tag is the first level of segregation between the Metasploit module and here are the 7 types of the Metasploit module. First one is auxiliary. We can perform scanning, fuzzing, sniffing, and admin capabilities. Encoders ensure that payloads are intact to their destination. Exploit, we will see the exploit module in more detail. We will use some certain modules. So define as a module that exploits a vulnerability that will allow for a payload delivery. NOPS is a no operation code. Keep the payload sizes consistent across multiple attempts. The codes run remotely and calls back to the attacker machine to establish a connection or shell. Plugins or additional script can be integrated within the assessment with msfconsole. Post is widely array of modules to gather information, pivot deeper, etc. So these are the 7 modules of Metasploit. The next tag is OS. The operating system tags specify which operating system and architecture the module was created for, like Unix, Linux, and Windows operating system. Service tag refers to the vulnerable service that is running on the target machine, like Sudo, or SSH, HTTP, or Telnet. Like these are the vulnerable services. Finally, the name tag explains the actual action that can be performed using the module created for a specific purpose. So we can search the module by using the search command. We have seen this is the core command. So we have to exploit the eternal romance. This is our question as well. So let's go down and let's see the question, and please read the theory by yourself. Okay, use the Metasploit framework to exploit the target with eternal romance. Find the flag.txt file on administrator's desktop and submit the content as the answer. Okay, so let me start the target machine, and okay, let me connect to the VPN. You have to download the VPN first. I have my VPN in my download folder. Okay, you have to write open VPN, and I have already connected with the VPN of Hack the Box, so the initialization sequence is completed. Let's write the target IP here. Let's first scan the IP with the help of nmap. SV switch is for the version detection. Okay, so the nmap scan is completed. As you can see, we have port 80 open. We have this MSRPC services open, Microsoft RPC. We have NetBIOS services open, and the target operating system is Windows Server 2008. Okay, that's great. Okay, so let's go to our MSF console. As we know with this question that the target machine is vulnerable to eternal blue, so we can search for MS17010. Let me make it more clear. Okay. Apply. So as you can see, we have five exploits from the with the internal blue. First is ms17 underscore 010 eternal blue. We have psxc. So we are going to use the first exploit. We are going to use the use command, and we can write the number tag, that is 1. Okay, that is the reason the number tags are helpful, and we are using this exploit module. Okay, because it is written, because the hack the box also explain this stuff, they have also used this particular exploit. That is the reason I'm using this. Let's use the one exploit number tag. Let's hit enter. Okay, we are in this smb or ms17 exploit. Now let's write the options to see what are the options we have. Okay, we have to set the R host, that is the required field. R host means the target host, the target machine. Okay, R port is 445 by default, the target port, that is TCP port. L host is the listening address, an interface may be specified, and the L port is the listening port. Okay, so first we have to set the R host. Okay, for setting the R host, we have to use this command, that is set R host. Now the Metasploit is not case sensitive, so we can use it in all lowercase. We have to provide the target IP address. Okay, so let's copy the IP address. The R host is set. Now we have to set the L host. For L host, you have to write the inet address. Let's write the if config, and as you can see here we have our inet address. Let's copy it. And we have set the L host. Now we can run the exploit. Executing the payload. Okay, got it. Now we have got the Meterpreter shell. Let's write the shell command. You can write help command as well to see the Meterpreter shell core commands. Okay, now let's write shell to get the administrator shell. The channel 1 is created. Who am I? NT authority system. Okay, let's go to the administrator folder. So you can't write ls here because it is a Windows operating system, so you have to write the dir command to list the file or to list the directories. So we are in the C folder, and in the C folder we have to go to this users folder, cd users. Okay, the dir for listing the directory. We have to go to this administrator folder, cd, sorry, you can't use the auto complete feature. Administrator. Okay, we are in the administrator. Let's go to this desktop directory or folder. Dir, and we have got our flag.txt. And you can't use the cat command because it is not a Linux operating system, so you have to type. So you have to use this type command, type flag.txt. Okay, got it. We have successfully captured this flag. Let me copy it. Submit. Okay, congratulations, you have earned 2 cubes. Great. Now let's go to the next machine. Okay, we have completed the first machine. I'm skipping the theory, guys. I am more focusing on this practical part. So let's go to this payload module. We have this vulnerable machine here. Okay. You have to use this grep command, grep meterpreter show payloads. We can use the grep command as well to search for a specific content. Let me show you. Okay, we can exit from here because we have found the root. We can exit from here, we can exit from here as well, and you can use the show payloads command. Okay, so we have 241 payloads, and we can use the back command. Okay, let me clear the screen and show exploits. If you want to find a specific exploit or payload, you can use the grep command, grep ms17, or let's write the eternal blue show exploits. Okay, we have found the one exploit, that is eternal blue. Okay, we can use this Meterpreter, grep Meterpreter show payloads. Okay, we have got this huge list. We can use this switch to count the payload, that is the -c, to count the payloads of Meterpreter. Okay, show options. Using payloads, we have to set the R host, R port, L host, and L port. Okay, great. Okay, let's start the machine and see the question. So the question is, exploit the Apache Druid service and find the flag.txt file. Submit the content of this file as an answer. Okay. Let me copy this is the target machine 1. This is the target machine 2. Okay, great. Let's first scan the machine and map SV. So we have this one port open, that is SSH, and the operating system is Linux, and it is a Ubuntu based operating system. Okay, that's great. Okay, so it is we have to find the Apache Druid exploit. So let's go to this msfconsole and search druid Druid, because we have this one hint and we will be using this particular exploit. So the exploit modules, we are getting 4, 5, three module, the 0 module, the 4 and the 5. The reason we are using the first one is the operating system. Okay, there is a Solarize and there is a dial-up. We don't have to use this particular exploit because our target system is Linux based, so we'll go with this particular exploit, that is exploit Linux http Apache Druid JSRC. So let me write use 0. Okay, great. Now let's write the options. Okay, so vhost is not required, lhost is required, yes, lport is 8888, okay, and we also have to set the lhost. Great. Let's first set the rhost, copy it. Okay, set lhost. Here is our lhost. Let's hit enter, and I'm okay with this port, L port. So let's run this. Okay, the target is vulnerable. Okay, great. We have got the Meterpreter session. Let's write shell. Channel 1 is created. Okay, let's write who am I. We are root. Let's write pwd. Okay, we are in this Druid folder. Okay, now we are in the root folder. Now let's write ls. We have got this flag.txt file. Let's cat it. Okay, you can't use this autocomplete feature here as well. Okay, we have got this flag. Let's copy it, paste it here, submit the answer. Great. Mark complete and next. So we have solved the two target machine. This is the theoretical concept, encoder, database plugins. We'll go with this sessions and jobs. Okay, msfconsole manages multiple modules at the same time. This is one of the many reasons it provides the user with so much flexibility. This is done with the use of sessions, which creates dedicated control interface for all of your deployed modules. Okay, so if you want to view the sessions, you can use this following command, that is sessions session -i1 will give you the specific session, will open up a specific session. Okay, jobs is also there. Okay, we have 3 questions. So the first question is, the target has a specific web application running that we can find by looking into the HTML source code. What is the name of that web application? Okay, so let's see. Now we don't want this session, so let's exit from here, or just write Control C. Yes. Okay, let's exit from this Meterpreter shell. Back, Control L to clear the screen. Okay, here is our third target machine. Nmap sv. Let's scan the target machine first. So we don't know what is the application running in the background, but we can see that the port 80 is open and the operating system is Linux. SSH is also open. Okay, so let's go to this port 80. Elfinder. File. Folder is empty. Okay. Elfinder is an answer. Elfinder. This is the web application that is running on this server. Okay. Now, second question is find the existing exploit in MSF and use it to get the shell on the target. What is the username of the user you obtain a shell with? Okay. So we have to find the exploit in MSF console with the help of this Elfinder. So let's search the Elfinder exploit. Search Elfinder. Okay, so we got to exploit with the Elfinder. So here first one is for Linux operating system, the second one is Unix. So we'll go with option 3 because our target machine is Linux based. Okay, that's great. So we will use the exploit number 3. Okay, use 3. Okay, Elfinder archive cmd injection. Let's write the info command to see the information, the payload information, description, references, basic options like rhost, required field or not required field. About the author, I think this provide the author information as well. Platform, this exploit is written for the Linux platform. They get provide the architecture, license, rank. Okay, let's write the options to see the options. Okay, we required rhost and we also required the lhost. Okay, let's set up the rhost. Set rhost, the target IP, copy it, set lhost. Okay, now let's run the exploit. The file was successfully uploaded. Stager, like the payload type, it is a stager type of payload. Okay, now the Meterpreter shell is open. Okay, let's write the shell. Okay, the channel 1 is created. Who am I? We are www data. We are www data. W dash data. Let's submit the answer. Okay. Now the third question is, the target system has an old version of sudo running. Find the relevant exploit and get root access to the target system. Okay, we are not root, we are this www data user, and we have to exploit this old version of sudo vulnerability. I have to search a lot for this, so let's write the sudo -l. Okay, the terminal is required to read the password. Okay, okay, so let's write the sudo -v to see the version. Sudo plugin 1.8.31. Okay, this is the vulnerable version of sudo. So let's send this session in the background. I'm writing Control Z, background channel 1, yes, and I'm also writing Control Z, background session 3. Okay, this is a session 3. I'm writing Y for yes. Sessions. Okay, the session is active here. As we have seen, this particular sudo version is 1.8.31. So we have to search for this sudo version, sudo 1.8.31. Okay, this is a sudo heap-based buffer overflow. So as you can see, we have got the exploit, that is sudo heap-based buffer overflow. So it is a buffer overflow kind of vulnerability. We'll put the link in a description box so you will learn about this particular vulnerability. We have to use this particular exploit, use 0. Now it is changed. Let's write the options to see the options. Okay, here it requires the sessions. Okay, we have to set the session and we have to set the L host. Okay, so let's set the session, set session 3, because the session 3 is running right in the background. Session 3 is set. Now let's set the L host, Control C, Control V. Okay, now let's run the exploit. TCP handler on this particular IP, that is our L host. Sudo may be vulnerable build. Okay, the Meterpreter session is open. This is the 4th session. Let me write shell here. Channel 1 is created. Who am I? Now I am root. Where am I? I am in temp folder. So let's write cd and let's write pwd. We are in the root folder. Let's write ls. We have got the flag.txt. Great. Okay, let's write our flag here. In this exercise, we have to exploit two vulnerability in this particular target. The third target machine has two vulnerability. The first one is related to this Elfinder. Okay, we have to exploit this particular web application. Second is related to the sudo old version. Okay, so we have completed the third exercise of this particular module. Okay, let's go to this Meterpreter section. Okay, we have fired this command in our Meterpreter shell help. You can see the core command here. It is stealthy, powerful, extensible, and we can also scan our service in this msfconsole, but it takes time. Like I have tried this, but it takes a lot of time. Let's start the target machine. Find the existing exploit in MSF and use it to get a shell on the target. What is the username of the user you obtain a shell with? Okay. Retrieve the NTLM password hash for the htb-student user. Submit the hash as an answer. Okay. Let's wait. Let's copy the IP address. So here is our fourth target IP. So let's scan the IP address first. Okay, so let's scan the IP address. SV. Okay, let's see. So our nmap scan is completed. The Microsoft Windows RPC is running. NetBIOS HTTP is also running. Okay, let's go to this port, that is 5000. Okay, Fortilogger. I'm using this basic credential, that is admin. Let's see if we can log in. Don't save. Wow. Fortilogger. Let's see if we can find any exploit. Let me clear the screen. Search Fortilogger. Okay, we have this particular exploit. Let's use it. Use. Great. Options. Okay, we have to set the L host, R host. Okay. Set R host. Okay. Set L host. That is our inet address. Sorry. Okay. Now let's run this. The target is vulnerable. Fortilogger version 4.4.20. 2 is a vulnerable version of Fortilogger. We have got this Meterpreter shell. Let's write shell. Okay, who am I? Anti-authority system. So it is, so we have found the anti-authority system. Okay, sorry. Okay, great. Retrieve the NTLM password hash for the htb-student user. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can find any hash by using hash dump. Okay, so let's exit from here. Help. So in a Meterpreter we have to write, as you can see here, we have this dump the content of the SAM database, hash dump. So we will use the hash dump Same hashes operation failed. The parameter is incorrect. Okay, I've got this error. When you search this error, you will see some document. So I have searched a lot about this particular error, and we have to use this particular command, that is run post windows gather hash dump. It will give you all the hash file of the users, obtaining the user list and keys. And we have to search for this htb-student. Okay, here is the hash file of this htb user. Okay, let's copy this hash. Here is our username and here is our htb-student hash. So we have successfully completed this using the Metasploit Framework module of Hack the Box Academy. Okay, let me click on this get shareable link. Okay, so that's it for this video, guys. I hope you like it. If you did, then please share this video with your friends who are learning about Metasploit. And all the 4 machines are really easy. So make sure that you guys are sharing this video with your friends and your colleagues. And yes, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We'll see you in my next video. Till then, take care and keep learning. Bye bye.